Happy Sunday to all of you. Welcome to another edition of All Hype Noels. It is a fantastic and glorious Sunday. I got up. I actually went hiking today. With me today on this great Sunday, as always, is the Queen of Tea and Shade, Miss Kendra Noel.
Hello, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. And I almost forgot she has a side of sass, and we can never forget the side of sass. Also, she
Always.
has a now warning label of saying don't get snatched and murdered. That is her new warning label. Just want to let you know. If you didn't listen to the podcast Thursday, you'll know what we're talking about. If you have, you know what we're talking about.
And if you haven't, go back and listen to that shit.
As always, the anime and waifu expert, my guy, Spirit Hunter 10.
Yo, how's it going, everybody?
You know it's Sunday, good sir. You know it's time for bacon and apple juice and toast with some eggs in the morning. You know how we do it on Sundays, or cereal. And then, once again, we are blessed by the bot goddess herself, Glitch Wicked. How are you doing
What's
this
up?
Sunday?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Well, I heard that you went up for a tune-up and a diagnostic test yesterday. So I just
No,
want to
that's
make
you, though.
sure everything went well. Did everything go well? Did you, all your
You're the
filters,
bot. You're the
all the
bot.
filters and
I'm not
everything
the
went well
bot.
for you? Programming, diagnostics, all went well?
You're the bot, not me. So that's your area of expertise. So, go get
She's
your tune-up
she's
and
got to go back
diagnostics.
for an oil tune-up soon. Don't worry.
Ah, that's okay. Oil. Okay, got it, got it. Well, we have a great store. A great store. We have a great episode in store for you. I promise I
Great
have
store,
not.
man.
A great story. I promise I have not been drinking any mimosas this Sunday. I promise you, I have not. So, with that being said, let's jump right into our first topic. And today's first topic is sexual social media. Yeah. What I mean by sexual social media is social media over sexualized now? I know that sounds like a silly question, but I was going through just my feeds just this past week, and just this past weekend, it seemed like whether it be Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, it just seemed like every other post was a half naked woman or some girl twerking, or just people doing some raunchy ass stuff, and I'm just like, wow, like
Nothing's private anymore.
no, well, I mean, I'm sure nothing's private, but it's the sexuality of
Mm.
things.
Yeah.
And I'm just, hey, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm kind of like, hey, I'm still a guy. I'm like, oh, hey, this is nice. This is cool. Hey, that's pretty hot. This chick's hot. But at the same time, I'm thinking, like, damn, do we live in that much of a sexualized culture where we're just so used to everything being sexualized that it just comes to second nature now? Glitched,
Yep.
you are an amazing mom. You have kids who are teenagers. What do you
Mhm.
think? How do you protect your kids
Um,
from the sexualizations of social media and just the world?
both my boys, what actually kind of helps with them is the fact that they are autistic. Their maturity is a lot lower, it's a lot younger than what their age actually is. Um, my daughter, um, she is a very smart and responsible teenager. She's very clear-headed about that sort of stuff. She doesn't like anything even remotely sexualized. It's just who she is. She doesn't like it. Um, so she's very conservative in the way she dresses of her own choosing. She doesn't like social media because of that. The only thing she likes about social media is say on Twitter, and she keeps up with BTS because she likes the South Korean pop.
Yeah, Miss
So I
Kendra.
mean, it's.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, please, please finish. Please finish.
No, I was just gonna say, so I mean, with them, it's been, it's just a lot of it's. I've been able to instill into them, to kind of be true to yourself without having to expose, especially with my daughter, having to have to expose yourself, and she, because of that, is why she makes the choices to steer away from that kind of culture.
Hmm. Miss Kendra, what about yourself?
Um, I definitely think it's over sexualized. Actually, I was watching Below Deck Mediterranean, and one of the girls on there was talking about how her ex-boyfriend, when he was in the shower, she checked his phone and saw that he had been liking all these thirst trap photos on Instagram, and and when he was taking the shower, she walked in and dropped his phone in the shower and broke up with him. And I mean, I can feel that because you really can't scroll through Instagram without seeing what you're talking about. You like, there's always half naked girls, girls in lingerie, even like just straight up naked chicks. It's like I feel like back at least like when I was younger, like you didn't really see that. Like we didn't really have social media, so like I mean people would have like naked girl posters or like posters of girls in bikinis, or like if you wanted to see that kind of like extra stuff, you'd have to like search the web when your parents were asleep and get crazy, right? But now it's like you can literally just open your phone, open up Facebook or Instagram or whatever other apps are out there right now, and you can see whatever you want for free. So I just think it's a little crazy, and it's a little uncomfortable when you're in a relationship too, because like your man or your girl, it's not gonna like scroll through their feed without seeing a naked dude, or at least like half naked girl or guy, or like twerking videos, or like a guy, pretending to like strip in his bedroom or something, like doing all those stripper guy moves, like.
So there's two things I want to bring
Little
up
stripper
here.
guy moves.
Those two things I want to bring up here. First off, is Kendra's friend broke up with the man in the shower. I could not think of a worse
Wait,
place.
no,
I
no.
mean,
It
there's
was
there could
it
be
was a
worse
girl
places,
off
but
below
that's
deck Mediterranean
oh, okay, okay. I thought this
on
was actually a
Bravo.
friend, but still, being broken up while you're taking a shower. For me, like a shower is like my private place. Like that is where I'm just like I just don't care. That's like when I'm most vulnerable. If I had someone come in, a chick came to be like, "I'm breaking up with you because you like Samantha's happening picture," I would be pissed. My day would be ruined. I don't even care. I wouldn't even go out. I wouldn't be so mad that my chick broke up with me. I'd be more mad that you came in during my shower time and ruined it for me.
I mean, I think it's pretty savage to like just open the shower door, drop the phone, and then just walk away,
But this,
and then be like, what happened? Like, you know what you did. Check your phone. Like,
and I do want people to know Kendra did date herself a little bit. I mean, Kendra is in her 50s now, but she looks great for her age. She'll say she's in her late 20s, early or with 30, I think now. But yeah, no.
29 actually, not 50, or in my 30s. Oh my gosh, I hate you.
It's okay. It's okay. Spirit, what about yourself there?
Yeah, I do think that
Well,
it's the
you're
internet. Like,
off
what do you
social media
expect?
though. You're really not on social media, but I'm sure you're
Yes,
still
I
side.
see enough. I
Yeah.
see enough. You know that every app out there is gonna have its own section of just like dirty stuff because it's not like these companies can completely scrub everything off that's not supposed to be there. There's always gonna be dirty content. Was it on social media? Whether you're looking for it on purpose or it just happens to end up there in your face. I do think that it's pretty much you're gonna have to make an effort to avoid it, is the best way to put it. If you're just going about your daily life, it's gonna end up on your feed like one way or another. And especially, the more people you decide to follow, the more people you interact, the more people you're going to be exposed to, the more likely you are to get exposed to that content. I'm not sure I could say it's a bad thing. Like maybe for kids, yeah, yeah, like maybe you need to go ahead and moderate stuff like that, but like sexualized stuff like that, yeah, we're adults here, like, it happens, like, okay, whatever. Nothing to freak out over.
No, I mean I agree that I think social media has gotten a little over sexualized, but I think at the same time, kind of what you're talking about, Spirit, is people that you interact with, things you follow. I do feel like you do get suggestions. It's like, oh hey, since you follow this person, would you be interested in following this person? So
Hmm.
I definitely feel it's really kind of user based too. Like who are you following and what are you following, especially like products or big names. you know, Sex sells. I mean, I think all of us here know that. I think it's just the world know that sex sells. So I think if you sexualize something, more than likely you're probably going to get at least some eyes going to your product just because you're sexualizing it.
Hmm.
And speaking of sex, actually going to our next topic here is actually kind of a sad one because I actually truly believe in this, and this is I just this is my way of looking at things when it comes to relationships. But is monogamy over?
Hell no.
Traditionally, like I'm a very old school traditionalist when it comes to this. But there are now books telling people, you know what, monogamy is dead. Monogamy is bad for you. Monogamy isn't something you should look at anymore. you should look at maybe start going a polygamy or polyamorous, because now I guess what they're saying is that it's too taxing for one person to deal with all this. Not one person might not be able to give it everything that you need or you want. So that's why people should start exploring more open, relationships. So you might get one thing out of someone else, but so
Yeah,
hypothetically,
I
say if you're
understand.
one person gives you all the emotional support, and another person gives you all the physical support that you want. I know it's funny. I know it's funny. I know some people are cringing. I know
Okay.
myself, I'm cringing. And like when I first did a little bit of research, I cringed
Who
so
wrote that book?
hard.
I want to fucking punch him in the forehead. Jesus Christ.
You'd actually be surprised.
Ooh.
Wow. Ooh, wow. Wow, Spirit. No,
Hey, I said the
it's
forehead, okay? It's not that bad.
still for you to actually interact in physical like wow, that's
In physical
okay.
combat, were you about to say?
No, physical contact is what I meant to say.
Uh,
But still, there are books now actually written by multiple authors now who actually are saying down with monogamy. Let's go with polyamorous.
Fuck all that.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like, to each their own. But personally, that's a big pass
Big
for
pass.
me.
Kendra,
Big
so,
pass.
so you and your man are happy with monogamy. Neither of you could see yourselves being in a polyamorous relationship.
Absolutely not. If another human even like came close to touching him in any kind of sexual way, there would be a major problem.
It'd be
Like
barbecue.
all of that. Shut up, Spirit. Also, watch last week's episode if you want to know that tea. But I mean, like, I don't know. Like for me, I'm very like jealous, like protective, like I'm looking at him right now, like all of that, mine. And like all of this, just his, Like I feel like he would feel the same way. Like if another guy like even tried to like touch me or something, he would probably not be happy at all with that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, people, I don't know, to each their own. Like some people are comfortable with that. People like do open relationships, open marriages. Um, there's Utah where you can marry like 6 bitches. So
Not six women. You can marry six
Exactly.
bitches.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I really was. I was like, you can't marry 6 women, but you can marry 6 bitches.
what was that one? There was like some show where there was like that weird.
Sister Wives.
Yeah.
6
like,
bitches and
I
me.
don't. That's pretty much what they should have called it.
Sister Wives. It was
I don't
on the
understand.
It
I
was
never.
the fundamentalist Mormons. The
It's
fundies.
so weird. I never watched it, but I have seen clips. And I'm just like, how can you be comfortable? Like, oh yeah, so Larry's gonna stay at your house tonight? Okay, great. Oh, you guys are working on a baby, Michelle? So cute. Like, no, absolutely
Like
not.
completely normal.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how people do it. It's a big no for me. But
And just
other people do what you want to do.
just for the record, if any corporation or any kind of TV network or any just network at all starts a show with 6 bitches and me, it's copyrighted by All Hyperwell, so we better see a compensation check.
We want the royalties and
We want the damn royalties. Glitched, my lady, are you for or against monogamy?
I'm for people living how they see fit. I have no deep opinion on it because I actually am friends with people that are polyamorous. They do live this life, yes. They do that life and it works very well for them. The books that you talk about being against monogamy is kind of a toxic standpoint, but usually those people have had very toxic monogamous relationships. If you're the healthy monogamous relationships don't have nearly the downside as what they talk about, but there are still healthy polyamorous relationships, and if that's what people are happy in, more power to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just me personally, I don't think I could do it. Everybody's like, every guy's, heterosexual guy or even maybe gay sexual guy. Their fantasy is always, the threesome. They want like, it's like, oh my god, yeah,
Da threesome.
da threesome, da threesome. Me personally, I would be scared to get into a threesome, and the reason
You're
why
like,
I
I
say
don't
that.
have two. I don't have two wangs. How am I
Well,
supposed
not
to do
just
this?
that. It's just that's so much more work. Like, I mean, I'm a
Oh,
one woman guy. Like,
You
I'm
over here
thinking,
fucking
I
wiping
gotta
off
do this,
sweat. They're
I
like,
gotta
why
do
are you
this,
stopping?
I
It's like,
gotta
this
do
is a
this,
lot
I
of
gotta do-
work.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking like, wait a second here. And the worst part is if congratulate you too early. I'm just like, well, have fun, you two. I'm out. I don't want that to happen either.
You're like, I didn't know that I signed up for a gym membership up in here.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I like, let me go ahead and throw my piece in now. Like I said, like you say, people, they can go ahead and do what they want to do if they want to go ahead and do it. But I don't think that sounds like something that I would be interested in the slightest. I don't know. It's like I was just thinking about last night how it's funny how I haven't really bought like a new game in a long time. And it's because I always just like dedicate myself to like a game that I get and I stick with it for a long time. And I feel like that's the kind of relationship that I would probably be looking for. Comparing it to gaming, I know, right? Like, even if there's like, even if it's like, well, no, Warface levels are bad. You might want to.
I was about to say, so you're committed to Warface. That's a very toxic relationship.
Yeah, if it's like more like Warframe, like where you reach a phase where you're indifferent, but you still like have hope, like. I think that there's reasoning in, like, it's not always gonna be, like, the best of situations, but if you stick with it, then you'll be able to make things better, and then, you know, you'll get past, like, the bad stuff. It's not always gonna be bad stuff. I feel like, what Glitched was saying, that, like, it's like they highlight all, like, the bad relationships. It's like, that's not exactly fair, you know? Like, just because it didn't work out for one person doesn't mean it can't work out for the other person. You know, generally, it's been like this for, you know, hundreds of years. One person with one person. Nowadays, we're, like, trying to shift, like, the social norms and whatnot, but personally... And no, I do not see that working out. Like Kendra said, I'd be like, no. Like I'm you, me, we together. That's it. We good, right? Yes.
Exactly.
Caveman talk.
I choose
Come
you,
to the
choose
most
me,
like
good.
rudimentary of like conclusions. It's like you understand, I understand. We good then.
Yeah, teach their own, but it's a hard pass from it looks like the majority of us.
Well, we are going to move on to the next subject, and this week
Unless you want to be a cuck.
Oh my God!
That's a whole different thing there.
Are you sure?
That's for a whole
Oh,
new
it
show.
Sure.
That's for a whole
That's
new
what-
episode.
Yeah, that's completely different type of conversation.
Yes, and we will say that for another episode. But moving on, this week's Cancel Culture Society. And this week, you know what we're canceling? You know what's the funny thing is actors canceling themselves. So if you haven't heard, there's been a couple actresses. Kristen Bell, she canceled herself. There was the voice actress who did Missy for the show Big Mouth, and Halle Berry actually just canceled herself. She was supposed to play a trans role in an upcoming movie where she was going to play a woman transitioning to a man. And they all canceled, citing, you know, people who are actually living through this and going through the community, they should be the ones who get the parts. Okay, I agree. Okay. But here's my problem with this. The cancel culture is, what about the money? Like, if you got paid to do this part, but now you are feeling regret, do you give that money back as well?
No, I don't think they will.
But here's the thing though. So you canceled yourself because you cited, you know, hey, I'm the wrong race or I'm not the right person for this, but you still made money off your performance. But if you're feeling so guilty, do you say, hey, you know what? I made this much money doing this role. I'm going to donate this much money that I made from playing this role into, say, an LGBTQ community or the NAACPs or any other kind of organizations that take a role that you took of. You're going to take that money that you made and you're going to match that equal amount to a charity.
Not gonna happen.
Well, why not? I mean, you're saying you feel guilty.
I mean,
about
I
taking that role.
personally, like, even if you feel guilty,
Mhm.
you still played the role and you
Mhm.
still did your job. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think that you should go and donate literally everything. Like, maybe if you feel guilty because, like you say, you took the role of someone else, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then maybe go ahead and donate some of it. But you're still doing your job. You know? If you want to go ahead and just waste your effort completely and, like, get nothing but a pat on the back, and good on you, I guess. Like, that takes a lot right there, but I don't think that many people are going to be willing to do something like that.
But see, here's the problem with the cancel culture is that, people cancel themselves. Hey, it looks great on paper, but at the end of the day, it's also going to come down to the monetary value. So yeah, hey, it's great. You took a step back, say, hey, I can't do this, but you still made money off of it.
Hmm.
So and that's money you shouldn't have made in the first place if you did not take this role in the beginning. So like I said, on paper it looks great, but you're still pocketing money of a role that you feel that you shouldn't have played.
It's true. You are. I mean, what are you going to do about it at that point? Maybe it's just hindsight.
But I'm saying, are we going to get to that point with cancel culture to where people are going to start saying, hey, you play this part, you made this money, we want the money, give us the money back. Put that money to where it goes.
People are greedy. They're always going to say
Aren't we
something
already
like that.
there?
They put in no effort themselves. They're going to be like, how dare you give me some money for that? Ugh.
Wicked, what do you think?
I kind of think we're very close to that point of people being like that. I kind of feel like the way, especially with social media and the way people cry out with these certain injustices and stuff, I think we're already close to people demanding that money be given back or donated to these organizations. I think we're there. If we're not completely there, we're close.
Kendra?
Not
What do you
wrong
think?
about that. Well, okay, so I think people should donate like a portion to like the Black Lives Matter movement, and their cases where like where they were playing like the cartoon characters or something, and they felt bad about it now. I mean, not everything that you earned, because like let's be real, they have $1 million homes, they they do all this stuff, like they are talented, they do make money, they deserve it. But I think if if you want to like do something good and you feel bad about it, like maybe donate like some money to some charities that are involved. But as far as the Halle Berry thing, I agree with her because I feel like there should be more trans actors. I feel like a lot of times they don't get roles that they should get. That's why I loved seeing Laverne Cox on Orange is the New Black. I feel like she kind of made a way for them, and a lot of people didn't even know that she was trans. She's so beautiful, but finding out that she is, I just thought it was a really great idea. So I think there should be more diversity in the acting world.
Okay. Anybody have anything to add on to that? Okay, because the next subject is one of my favorites. It's time to throw that shade. And by God, I have two things I want to throw shade at. Two things. The first one is going to be at Madonna. You're thinking, why are you going to throw shade at Madonna? This is why I'm going to throw shade at Madonna. We were talking about sexualized social media, right, earlier? Madonna has posted a topless photo of herself.
Okay.
Wearing nothing but a bucket hat and black underwear and some gold bracelets. Now, if you're wondering how old Madonna is 61 years old.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm not happy about looking at a 60-year-old woman's breast on my feed.
I mean, nobody told you to look it up.
No, it's just I was scrolling up and down and it just popped up.
Oh, well, you just gotta deal with it at that point.
Yeah, I just got wrecked.
It's the
Madonna.
internet. Like, you just have to live with the fact that if you're signed up for social media and stuff, something like that might happen at some point. You're just gonna see something that you don't want to see, whether it be an old lady's tits or it might be spoilers to something.
But that's
Spoiler,
the one.
those are not good looking.
But here's the second thing I want to throw shit at, and I actually think this makes me more mad, is parents, you don't need to buy your 2-3-year-olds and younger, even 5-year-olds, you don't need to buy them iPhones and iPads. You just don't need to do it. A friend of mine bought their 10-month-old an iWatch.
10-month?
10 month.
I think
A
that is
10-month-old
ridiculous.
son
A
an
You don't even know how to
iWatch.
tell time!
I have no idea.
And now he's not going to be able to tell time because he's going to have numbers in front of him. And now when they throw a real clock at him, it's like, okay, what time is it? Like, point at the hands. He's like, what? Hands? What are we talking about hands? There are no hands there. Poor little sucker's going to be lost.
It just drives me wild that parents buy their young kids these
You know
electronics.
that's not even for the kid. That's just...
Oh
That's
no,
Probably
I
just
know.
like bought that for
No.
themselves, said that was for the kid, and then just like posted it on social media.
No,
like,
no, no. I actually no.
iWatch.
I really do believe it's for the kids because I know the guy personally, and he's well set. He's well set off,
I think
and he
an Apple
doesn't
Watch
need it.
is crazy.
He's like, I
It's
didn't know
iPads,
what
I
to buy my
understand.
baby. I was worried. It's like, it's literally a baby. It just don't even buy it anything. Give it a banana peel. It'll fucking laugh.
oh, there's goes spirits in his
Yeah.
banana.
Shut up.
Kendra, do you have any tea and shade, or actually, excuse me, not tea and shade, but do you have any shade that you'd want to throw?
I would like to throw all of the shade and everything in the world at the cops that killed Breonna Taylor that are still not arrested. They need to go to jail for breaking into a woman's house and murdering her. Point blank, period. It was, I can't even, there's no words for like how fucked up it is, because there's so many fucking words. So they just need to arrest them. They don't deserve to wake up every morning with their family and their house. They deserve to wake up in a jail cell for taking a young woman's life away from her.
That's a very interesting case. That really is. That's a very.
Oh wait, and then there's another person I want to throw shade at. Actually, I saw a video last night of hopefully everyone knows about in Washington D.C. in front of the White House. I think it was like the governor. She had Black Lives Matter painted along the street, and
yeah, I remember that.
there was a lady that was I think like a lady and her husband or something. They were actually taking black paint and painting over that on the street.
I saw
and,
I saw something on that the other day.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like earlier this week. I didn't really read too much into it. Just because I think I kind of skipped over because I thought it was like one of those like little fake stories that you get every once in a while. But I heard it. Yeah, was it just black paint? They just painted over it, or something like
Yeah,
that.
like so in
Okay.
the video, my man was watching it and I kind of like looked over and was like, "What the fuck?" They were just like he was going off and he's like, "All lives matter," and they were painting over it. And I mean, I hope they get arrested because you can't do that. Like you can't just paint over something that the person who's in charge of that state decided that needs to be there. Also, it's none of your fucking business. And this is why I really can't stand a lot of white people because they think they're going back to entitled from last week's episode, like entitled ass motherfuckers, and it's not cool.
Miss Wicked, on this glorious Sunday, what shade would you like to throw to round out the sun?
Well, in my area, there's been a lovely video that has surfaced about this wonderful human being, and I use that as sarcastically as possible, going on a racist tirade for our own local Black Lives Matter protest. She went viral. It's went international. She's wearing a UT Vol shirt. If you've seen the video, it's wonderful. She was fired, but she gets every single bit of the shade because she's just a terrible human being that really puts a negative light on my area, my region. But hopefully, maybe it tones down some of these racist tendencies.
Actually, speaking of that, I don't know if you guys it came out earlier this week, but the lady in New York who called the cops on the African American man
Yes,
because he was bird
the
watching.
bird watcher.
Yeah, she is actually going to be facing charges.
Good, dumb bitch.
So yeah, it's you know. So that is very interesting. Spirit, what shade do you want to bring us this week?
Oh man. I mean,
Uh-oh.
since you guys haven't brought it up yet, what about that new 2020 candidate, you know? Everybody's
Oh,
talking about it right now.
Kanye West.
Everybody
Come
all of a sudden,
on.
oh, you remember that?
Huh?
Like you
I
think
pretending
you
like I
could
saw
sing
something.
and now you want to run for president. We got Kanye over here.
You know what? I would actually love to see Kim Kardashian as the first lady. Imagine keeping up with the Kardashians in the White House. Like, I want that
Such a
show.
publicity stunt.
I
It's
want-
so fucking stupid.
I don't care. I want that show. I want that damn show.
I feel like
Oh
America is
my.
already not taken seriously if
Hello,
they go
this
and
is
like
Chloe.
Kanye.
This is
Kanye
Chloe.
Donald
really
Trump,
out of
so-
everything, like holy shit.
I can't
Kanye
tell
2020.
if it's real or not because okay, so let's like we all remember
2020.
like how he was like best friends with Trump, and then he came out recently saying that the only reason he was buddy with him was because he wanted to get people out of jail, and he thought by making friends with him, you know, obviously he would have more pull in getting people out of jail and doing things in certain communities. So I'm like, okay, you say that, so what is going on right now? And I've seen a lot of posts of people saying if you vote for Kanye, you're taking a vote away from Biden. And politic-wise, I don't think Biden is the best choice, but I would rather have him in office than I would Trump. And I know people are gonna hate me for saying that, but I can't fucking stand that guy. He's an embarrassment. So I don't know about Kanye. I don't know. I would love to see Kim in the White House. I think she's a classy bitch. People can say what they want about her. She's a smart-ass businesswoman, but I don't know. I think Kanye's crazy.
She's smart. She's intelligent.
Yeah.
She's fierce, and she was
Say
the one
say that stuff, but I don't think that either of them
that
know how to run
was.
international affairs, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna screw up this country more than they're gonna be helping it.
Neither does
I don't
Trump.
know.
Because
I
you know,
mean,
you
if
can
I
have
had to
people
choose
who
Trump or
have like
Kanye,
strong morals, and
it would
they're
be
like,
Kanye.
oh, like we should go ahead and we should do X, Y, and Z thing. But people like this, all they know is how to say what people want to hear. I don't think they have any clue how to execute any of
I
it.
want
You
to.
know,
I want to see Courtney Kardashian be the Secretary of Defense. That's what I want to see.
Christ.
Oh my gosh, she wouldn't because she can't even film the show because it's too toxic for her life. She just wants to be vegan and have her own brand and raise her children. And
Yeah. No. See, I want.
I
I want.
just think it's
I want
crazy.
Chloe. I want Chloe. That's all. Chloe's bae.
I love,
So
yeah, she is. I love her. She's my favorite.
Chloe's awesome.
I'm rooting for her and Tristan. You do
I'm
you,
not.
boo.
I'm not. I don't trust cheaters. I think once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't trust them. Very bad
Yeah,
people.
but I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I just want he needs to treat her right because she seems like such an amazing person and like she's such a giver.
What?
And I
Oh,
feel
right
like
now?
she
Okay. Yeah. Hello. This is Chloe. I just want to say I'm honored to be on All Hype No Wells. And I just want to say thank you to my girlfriend Chloe. She's a great girl. And thank you. I want to be in front of the cameras of the White House. But Kendra, keep talking well about me.
I just feel like I'm getting like major Pennywise vibes right now.
We all float here.
Right? Oh my gosh.
No, this is Chloe Kardashian, and I just have a good time. I still love
Isn't it a red
Tristan,
balloon?
but I also still love Lamar.
Oh, fuck Lamar. He treated her like people think Tristan is bad. Like Lamar was absolutely the worst. She just deserves a good human that will take care of her and not cheat on her.
Thank you, Chloe, for dropping by. Thank you, appreciate
Yeah, thanks, girl.
it. And moving on to our last subject is social media snooping. Ooh. Now I know earlier in the show we talked about sexual social media, but now we're going to flip it around. We're going to talk about snooping. And actually, Kendra, you actually brought up a point here, so I'm going to lead off with you on this. You're talking about a show, Below Deck, that girl snooped through the man's phone, and she dropped the phone and broke up with him while in the shower, which is still, in my opinion, incredibly rude and asshole thing to do. Especially on a Sunday. Like, how do you do that on a Sunday? But with that being said, we've talked about, the Instagram, people scrolling through, liking things that they really shouldn't, whether it be friend requests, Snapchat, people having secret friends or, kind of like low key, like, you're not supposed to be friends with this person, but you're going to be friends with this person. But I guess my thing is if you're snooping through your significant other's social media, what does that say about the trust factor you have in that person?
I feel
Kendra?
like it kind of depends. So, I mean, in the beginning of a relationship, I feel like, with all social media these days, it kind of makes sense. You kind of want to like make sure that, like you're not dating a fuck boy or, like if you're dating a girl, she doesn't have like 50,000 guys in her DMs, and she's replying to them. Like you just kind of want to make sure,
Multiple
everything is
babies,
good.
daddies.
Something. You want to make sure. So I understand it a little bit, but I think as you go on, like you need to build trust, and if you guys have been together for a while, you shouldn't still be doing it. I also think that there should be like comfortability to where like, like you can like pick up your significant other's phone to like, I don't know, make a call or like whatever, and you shouldn't have to like see text popped up, and you shouldn't have to want to check their text because you have that trust. So I don't know. I understand it though. I don't think all of the time it's right because people should have their privacy, but at the same time you get in a relationship, you kind of get rid of some of your privacy. So I understand it.
Miss Spot Wicked, what do you think?
I am completely against social media snooping. Because the trust thing is the big thing for me, though, too. You have to trust your partner. Um, but it's like with me personally, I have a lot of different conversations with a lot of different people. Sometimes people come to me about troubles in their own life, something they're dealing with, or if I'm going through a dark period, I reach out to people that I'm close to that help me through it. But I mean, and that those are private conversations. I mean, in a lot of things, if you're not in that conversation or feeling the emotions you're feeling at the time, a third party is not going to understand it, and it could cause issues. But I'm a huge advocate for privacy and trust. Because let's be honest, if somebody's going to be unfaithful and cheat and be dishonest, it's going to reveal itself with or without social media. You're gonna find out.
Spirit, what do you think on all this?
Yeah, I like my privacy, so I'd like to believe that other people are the same way, and I really think that that's not something that your partner should be doing, is like snooping on you. Like, I can understand, like Kendra was saying, like there might be situations like where something happens and like maybe you have a doubt, but like if you have a doubt, like I feel like it's something that you should be talking over with instead of like trying to be sneaky and like potentially making things worse. Because like what happens if there really is nothing happening, and now since you showed that you're worried that he might not be faithful, he might think something about you, like in return, like, oh, you don't trust me, and you're gonna open up a can of worms right there, and you might end up messing up your relationship while thinking that it was already messed up. Everything is fine, and now you just shit it all down the drain.
That's true. Me personally, I think I'm with the consensus of if you're having to go through someone's phone, I feel like there is a trust issue there. Now, whether it's the person did something for you to not have that trust of them, or if you're getting a vibe, or maybe you're just insecure about something, I do think there's always a context of an issue of why, or you have that feeling or the inclination to do it. So I definitely feel that it's something that needs to be explored. Now, whether you say, hey, can I go through your phone? I think that's the bigger thing is if someone asks you, like, hey, can I go through your phone? And how they react and what they say, I think that is the biggest indication of how they react. If they say, hey, yeah, go ahead, here it is. Or it's like, hey, let me do something for 5 minutes and I'm done. Or if they just immediately say flat, it's like, no, this is my phone. I think that is the biggest indication of what could happen or what could be going on. And I think that would definitely play into someone's feelings or, kind of like the sentiment of like, like you don't want me to see this phone, or why do you say 5 minutes? Like you didn't delete something, or okay, hey, he's just giving me his phone right off the bat, so there must not be anything to worry about.
Right. I'd be that person who's like, now give me 5 minutes. I gotta close off all my
Oh my
headsets.
gosh.
I'd be the person to say no no matter what, because I mean it's just that's just my default, like, because I'm an actual really private person, like, when I'm just, and I try to keep other friends' privacy as well too. I try to respect their privacy, and I don't want other people going through my messages with them, especially if I'm trying to talk them down if they're going through a really tough time, so yeah, I'll say no immediately.
I'm just glad you finally
It's such
admitted
a
that your
personal
default
preference.
is
Yeah, no,
no.
I would definitely say no. But if they were
Fuck.
insistent, I'd be like, okay, hold up.
Hush.
Hold
I
up.
don't know.
No, wait, hold up. Let me
See,
open it
for
up for you.
me, I'm open. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't. He can, like, my man can read anything he wants to. Like, because I don't hide anything. I'm not a hider. So, and I know I have nothing bad in my phone. Like, I have nothing crazy. So I would be completely comfortable. Like, I mean, like, he picks up my phone to, like, I don't know, like, check something. I don't care. Whatever. It is what it is. Like, I don't have anything to hide. So,
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will wrap up another Sunday episode of All Hype, No Else for Glitched Wicked, who has been a awesome, amazing body guest who is with us both here this past Thursday and today. Wicked, we greatly appreciate. Do you have any final parting words for us?
Just thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun, and I really hope I get to do this again in the future.
Ah, well, if we're ever in the need of a bot, we will make sure to call you first.
They
Miss
have
Kendra,
you.
the queen of tea and shade, with the side of sass, of course. It's another Sunday. Do Do you have any
Indeed.
final words for us as we start this week?
Arrest those police
Arrest
and
them.
have a good Sunday. The police that killed Breonna Taylor.
I'm
Put them
with her on
away.
that one.
Wow. All right.
They don't deserve to be out and free. I'm sorry, I'm going back to it because it's fucked up and people have stopped talking about it and they need to go to jail. Anyways, but have a good Sunday. Everyone, who's alive and get to enjoy their life.
Wow. I love how Kendra went from serious to okay, bye now. I hope you enjoy life. Like what?
I mean, like I said before,
Don't
this is
get
why I
snatched
believe that
and
she's gonna
murdered.
kill everybody.
Don't get
Yes.
snatched and murdered.
Don't
Yeah.
get snatched and murdered, people.
Change your routine, guys. Don't be the same.
Kendra's like, "Where I'll find you." Whoa, okay.
No, not me. Oh my
I
gosh,
mean,
Spirit.
Kendra's over here snooping through
No.
everybody's DMs and shit.
I like to know the tea. Stop judging me.
She's like, I have nothing to fear. Go and look through my phone. I've already deleted all the evidence.
Oh my gosh.
Dun
Whatever.
dun dun.
Spirit, my good sir. Any last parting
Yes.
words for us before we sign off on this great Sunday?
No, nothing this week. We'll see if a week from now if I've got a bag of beagles to open up. But so far it's only you.
Ooh, the bag of beagles.
Oh.
The return of the bag of the beagles. Oh my gosh. Save us. Save us. With that being said, thank you to all our guests. And this is your host, Phenom Hype, wishing you guys a great Sunday. I hope you have a great week, and we will see you guys this coming Thursday. Have a good one.
That's the spirit.